Thomas, thank you. Max, turn your video on for us. We can make sure we can see. I want to, especially with today's workout, I want to make sure we were able to check your guys' form on this stuff. Max, when you get that video figured out, let me know. We're gonna go ahead and get started with our warm-up. First thing we're gonna do is gonna be a face down Superman. So again, on your belly, face down. I'm gonna alternate right arm, left leg, working on hyperextensions on your belly. So I want 8 good ones on each side. So again, right arm, left leg, looking straight down at the ground. Hopefully you guys can see me. I'll trim my camera down a little bit lower so you guys can see. So I want 8 on each side. We're gonna be holding for about 3 seconds. Remember to really hold these. Should be feeling that in the low back and maybe even your glutes. Remember, 3-second hold here on these. Okay. So once you get all 8 on both sides, we're gonna do a seal. So again, that's gonna look like this. So we're gonna be working on stretching out those abs. All right, so we're gonna be down like this. Essentially what I want you to do is start down like you're gonna get ready to do a push-up. And again, you're gonna have your hands directly underneath your shoulders, and you're just going to push and extend. Okay? So again, this is called a seal, trying to work on stretching out those abs. We're gonna do 10 of these, and I want you to hold for 3 seconds at the top. And pushing up as high as you can to feel those abs stretch. And again, this is one we're not trying to rush. We're just trying to really get good stretches here to get warmed up. The exercise, that Turkish get up that we're going to be doing today, there's a lot of dynamic movements, a lot of moving pieces to it. Got to really make sure that we are warming up and priming all those muscle groups that we're going to be touching on with that exercise. Pretty much the entire body. Couple more here. And remember to breathe on these. Try to exhale on the way up on those. Couple more. And let's do one more. And then we're going to do some quad reaches. Good. Quad reach is going to be down on all fours, tabletop position like so. Again, hands directly underneath those shoulders, and again, sliding those arms, that arm through all the way until we get that back of that shoulder stretch. Hold for about 2 seconds, and then switch sides. Let's do 6 of these on each side. We're going to be doing some shoulder stuff today. So we got to make sure those shoulders again are primed and ready to go. Go as far as you can. Couple more on each side, and then we're going to go to some rotational stuff. Open up that thoracic. Do one more on each side. Good. Good. Same position here, working on upper thoracic rotation. So again, down on all fours. And again, we've done these before. If you've been on the call with us, if not, pay attention. But again, we're going to be working on rotation. So keep that hand that's on the ground here flat. And again, you're just going to rotate up as high as you can with that opposite arm. Trying to touch that elbow to the inside forearm of that hand that's down. Again, slow rotations on the way up. Going as far as you can. Think of this as like you're opening a book, and you want to really open that book wide open. I want 6 of these on each side. If you can, try to give yourself maybe a good 2 or 3 second count on the way up and down. So that way you know how fast you should be going here with this. I usually do about a good 3 second count on the way up and down. 6 on each side. Yeah, let's do some quad stretches. So I'm going to have you guys laying on your side here quick, like so. Hopefully you guys can still see me down here. Make sure your hips are stacked up on top of each other. So I don't want you leaning forward, so make sure your hips are directly on top of each other. And then you're going to grab your top leg and that ankle and just stretch it on back. Guys, so just working on quad stretch. Give 30 seconds on each side. There we go, Max. Good to see you, bud. Count this out to yourself. Once you get 30 seconds, switch sides. We're doing some lunges today, so this will feel good right now. Switch sides if you haven't yet. All right, last stretch we'll do, and then we'll get going with the one up here. But the workout, sorry, there's going to be a hip stretch. So 1 foot on top, so you guys can see hopefully. Put that ankle on top of the other knee. Whichever one you want to start with is fine. And we're just going to really sit down on it and bring that butt down towards the ground, towards that heel that's on the ground until you feel that hip flexor stretch. And again, 30 seconds, hold on each side, and then we're going to get started with the workout. And again, if you haven't yet grabbed all of your equipment, make sure again you have a backpack with some weight in it, shoes and books, clothes, anything like that to make it weighed down. It's going to be good. We'll be using that for a squat. Again, that resistance band you need tied to something that's going to be about 4 to 5 feet away from you and about shoulder height when you're on one knee. Again, dumbbells, probably about 10 to maybe 12 pounds at the heaviest. And switch sides. Again, sit down on this here, bring that butt cheek down towards that heel that's on the ground. If you have your hands behind you like I do, you can use the heel of your hand to push you towards your butt to make it more of a deeper stretch. All right, last thing I'm going to have you guys do on your own is going to be some mountain climbers. I want 40 total mountain climbers on your own, 40 total mountain climbers to get that heart rate up. And then we're going to get started. 40 total mountain climbers. Each time the foot moves is 1. Perfect. All right, so workout again, first we have 4 exercises. All 4 exercises, we are gonna do 4 rounds of each. Again, it's 60 seconds on, it's 75 seconds to rest. If we don't need all that rest in between each exercise, we don't have to. We can go right away and go into it. Or you can do more of the cardio acceleration that we're gonna do at the end of each round in between each exercise. So if you want that extra challenge, okay? But again, the reason why we have 75 seconds of rest is because at the end of each round, we're doing 25 total jumping jack press. And jumping jack press looks like this. You're going to grab whatever dumbbell you have. Okay, I have a 5 right now in my hand, but you're gonna grab that, and I will move back. Actually, I'm gonna put this up so you guys can see what it looks like. So, jumping jack press sounds exactly like it sounds. You know how to do jumping jacks. You do jumping jacks like this with the dumbbell. You're gonna hold on to the ends of it, and we're gonna go up as our feet go out. Down when our feet come in. So, just like this, okay? Hands go up when the feet go out. Hands come down when the feet come in. So this is 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Okay, that's gonna be our cardio acceleration exercise, all right? So exercise number 1 of 4 in our circuit is gonna be a walking dumbbell lunge. So it's a contralateral lunge, which basically means you're just gonna be doing it on the same side. So it looks just like this. Hopefully you guys can see me way over there. You guys should be able to. Yeah. So again, contralateral just means you're gonna be doing the same side. And again, we're gonna switch at 30 seconds and do the other leg. So I got my weight in my hand, my left hand, which means my left leg is gonna be the one that's doing all the work here. So here, step, here, step. Again, coming backwards, going the other way. It's in my right hand now. My right leg is behind me the entire time. So I always step with my left foot forwards. Okay? So again, contralateral just means you're working that same side. So we're gonna be doing, just make sure you have enough space to go forwards and backwards there. If you don't, you can just do it in place, not a big deal. Yep. So again, we'll switch legs at 30 seconds. Exercise number 2, again, is that Turkish get up. So I'm gonna put this down so you guys can really see this. This Turkish get up is very mechanical in a good way. Okay? So you can do this exercise either with no weight at all. If you don't want to use a weight, that's fine. To make it as easy as possible. You can also do this exercise in either 3 movements or 5 movements. Whichever one you want to do, you can make this, again, as easy or challenging for you as possible. I will show you both ways. So I will show you 3 movements, and I will show you 5 movements. Yeah? First one is going to be 3 movements. Can you guys see me down there? I'm down here. Yeah? Yeah. Right. So my right hand has the weight. You guys can see my right leg is going to be bent. Whichever hand has the weight, that same leg is going to be bent. So you don't want to have the opposite leg bent. You want to have whichever hand has the weight or whichever arm is up, that same leg is bent. Movement number 1 is going to be going from laying on your back to your hand. If you're doing 3 movements. So from here to here. That's movement number 1. Movement number 2 is going to be going from here to taking a knee or on one knee. So your goal here is to raise yourself up here as you're coming back to that knee. Okay? Like so. And then from this movement, you're just going to go straight up to stand up. Okay? That's 3 movements. You would do the same thing in reverse to go back to the ground. Okay? So you would go from, I'll do it in reverse so you guys can see. Now I'm standing in reverse. I'm going to go down to one knee. That's movement number 1, going backwards. And then my hand, just kicking that leg out, keeping my hips up, bridged up. So this is core, glutes, low back, all that. And then down to the ground. Okay? If you did it in 5 movements, it would look like this. You can make it a little easier. 5 movements would be from here to the elbow first. So here to there. From there to the hand. From the hand to up here and hold. From there to the knee. And the knee to standing. Okay? I'm going to be explicit here that this exercise, again, it puts us in a little bit of a vulnerable position because we are working on lots of different angles and access and just planes, okay? So we're putting our body in different positions on purpose, but in doing it the right way and smart and being safe, we are gonna really maximize efficiency with this one exercise, okay? So if you're not feeling super confident with this yet, from just watching me, I totally understand. We can make it even easier for you. You can do what's called a get up and a sit up, which is just the first half of it. So the first half of that, if you don't want to do the whole thing, looks like this. Would just be the same thing, except from here to there. And then back up. Here to there. Done? So I will be making sure to watch you guys when we're doing that to make sure we're doing it right. Okay? But you can do, again, the full Turkish get up or the get up, sit up. On this one, since we are doing 1 minute timed, I would suggest doing it how I'm going to do it, which is essentially do the entire round on one side. Instead of trying to switch arms halfway through, it's going to be super hard. So I plan on doing round 1, all right arm, round 2, all left arm, and switch back and forth because we're doing 4 rounds. Okay, but if you want to switch halfway through, go right ahead. Okay, number 3 is going to be a bear hug squat. So you're going to grab your backpack, whatever weight you have for that. And just like so, hopefully you guys can still see me. Put this up a little bit. But bear hug squat sounds just like it does. I got the sandbag here, and I'm hanging on to it like I'm bear hugging it, and just like so. So if you don't have a chair, that's fine. Just do a squat without it. But if you have something to touch, go down. It's even better. And the last one's going to be that kneeling squat, that kneeling anti-rotational hold. So on this kneeling hold, we are going to be down on one knee, and whichever the direction, so whichever side the band is on, so right now the band is on my left side, I'm going to have my left leg up. So you always want to have your inside leg up. And so I'm going to be holding, I'm about 5 feet away from my stairs here, and I'm holding the band. Chest height, keep my hands directly in the middle of my chest. So this works core and a little bit of shoulders and lats as well. And you're going to switch at 30 seconds. So here, this way, switch sides, and this way, that way. Yep. Any questions on anything quick before we get going? Nope. Yes, no. Feel free to ask if you do. Again, I'm going to kind of be intermittently stopping and watch you guys' form to make sure we're doing all right. Okay? First thing we're doing is that walking contralateral lunge. Again, if you don't have space, you can do it in place. Done? On the clock here. 5 seconds, we're going. Yep. I'll tell you when to switch. Again, if you don't have space like I do to move and actually walk backwards and forwards, you can do it in place. So if you're doing it in place, it just looks like this. And switch legs. Now I should be doing the other leg, same thing. Whichever hand has that weight, that leg should be behind you the entire time. Working on a little bit of isolation here. 10 seconds. And again, as we rest, and we have 75 seconds to do so, you want to do cardio acceleration in between. Time. You want to do that jumping jack press, go ahead. That way you get some practice doing that. If you're doing the cardio, we're doing 25. Try to get full extension on those arms and legs. And again, the rest of the time is yours to rest. .30 seconds. Turkish get up is next. Again, make this really work for you. I'm gonna do this first round so you guys again can see from Eric if you feel confident doing this as well. In your form, you feel confident in your form, you can do this, but probably round 2, I'm gonna watch you guys do it to make sure you do it right. Guys, 5 seconds. I'm doing my right hand. Go. Seconds. Remember, we are not trying to rush this exercise. This is a full body exercise. Get all those muscles and all those muscle groups working together. 15 seconds. Time. How did anybody feel with that one? Any issues, any complaints? Lexi, how'd that one go for you?
It's good.
Yeah? Ian, how'd that go for you? Any issues, any concerns?
It was all right.
Try to have your camera pointed down when you do that so I can see you next time. This next round, I'm gonna make sure you guys are doing it right. Jax, double check on form. Again, you can make that easier for yourself next time. So if you don't want to do the full one, you can do the get up and sit up, which is the first half of it. And just really focus on keeping that core tight. Yeah. Next one is the bear hug squat. Hanging on to your backpack. This one's just 1 minute straight. If you are using something to sit down on, like a couch or a chair, your emphasis then I want to be to touch briefly whatever it is you're sitting on and then pop right back up. If you're not using a chair, like Romeric, you can just use an open space. Same thing, we're focused on the heels. Yeah? Go ahead. If you are, again, using a chair though, or something to sit down on, you're gonna be touching lightly and then popping, boom, right back up. Explode through those heels. And again, as we are doing this bear hug squat, a lot of clients of mine in the past, and even myself, have gotten away from focus on keeping our shoulders back. So a lot of times we'll do this, and I'll let our shoulders come forward as we come down. And obviously with that Turkish get up, among many other things in fitness, that puts our low back in a very bad position. The shoulders gotta stay back. I like to keep my head up, chin up, which focuses on keeping my chest exposed and shoulders back. 10 seconds. If you're not familiar with doing front squats or any squat that's front loaded, that can happen a lot, especially as you start getting tired. Again, cardio acceleration if you want to. I'm gonna do some here. Keep that heart rate up. Remember, we only got 4 exercises, 4 rounds. Seems like a lot, but it's gonna go quick. So we wanna keep that heart rate up as best we can, but also be smart and take the rest if you need to. $30 seconds. $15 seconds and we're going. The anti-rotational hold. And it's called anti-rotational hold for that reason. We want to make sure that we don't rotate. Meaning we don't want to be doing this. Go. Make sure about 5 feet away from that band. At least 5 feet. You want that band fully stretched out. Keeping those hands and arms straight and in line with your chest. Keep that back nice and tall. If you're not feeling this in your core, on the opposite side. So again, for me, the band is coming from my left side. I should feel this in my right abs, my right obliques. Switch sides. But again, if you're not feeling that tension in your abs, then move on away further. Stretch that band out as far as you go. 10 seconds. You should probably feel your glutes engaged too. Time. All right, end of that round. End of round 1, I want 25. Jumping jack presses. And again, as soon as we get done with these, whatever time you have left, it's time you have to rest. Then we're going right into round 2. $25. 35 seconds of rest here. First exercise again is that contralateral walking dumbbell lunge. Try to switch up the leg that you started with. So if you started on your left leg, round 1, start on your right leg on round 2. Switch it up a little bit. Three seconds. Yo. Remember, we want that 90-degree angle between that front leg and that back leg. Want that front knee to be right on top of that front ankle, and that back knee to be right underneath that hip. 5 seconds for the switch. And switch sides. It's robotic, I ain't touch it. Looking at your she bust it. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Time. Do some cardio if you want to. Dumbbell, jumping jack presses. I'm gonna grab a drink. Turkish get up is next. $40 seconds. Good job, people. Yeah, point that camera down a little bit so we can see you for this round. 20 more seconds to rest, and we're gonna go right to it. So I'm gonna take this round off so I can watch you guys. Make sure everything's going good. Again, so if you did like me last time, you did all the same arm, then switch arms this time. Go. Try to make sure each movement is separate. Lexi, you want the other leg up. So whatever hand has that weight, that knee should be up. All right, so left hand, left knee up. There you go. Make sure again it's it's separate movements. So the first one should be from the ground, laying flat, to your hand if you're doing 3 movements. So from your back to your hand. From movement number 2 is hand to your knee. So Statue of Liberty. There you go, Eden. That looks good. Make sure to bridge those hips up. Keep those hips up. 10 seconds. There you go, Lexi. Good, 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 good. Very good. Down to one knee. Good. Bridge up, bridge up, bridge up. Don't forget that bridge. Good. Rest, rest, rest. So as you guys are resting, I want everyone to rest, and I want you guys to watch me do this one more time. Okay? Watch me do this one more time. Again, this is super hard, so if you don't get it right away, that's fine. But make sure you're watching me here real quick. Yep. So I'm going to do this in 5 movements. 5 movements, so you can make this a little easier for yourself. So again, right hand has the weight. Right leg is up. You want to make sure that when you sit up, your hand doesn't go backwards or go down. You want to essentially keep your shoulder packed, what they call it packed. Keep it tight, okay? So right hand, right knee. First movement is going to be from there to my elbow. Again, keep it distinctive, okay? From all the other movements, don't blend them together. From there to the hand. That's number 2. Number 3 is bridge up. We did a lot of glute bridges with Romerica on Monday, so you should be feeling this for sure. This is number 3. Number 4 is from here to the knee. So Statue of Liberty, from there to standing. Again, okay? We'll do it again. I'll help you guys in round 3, okay? We got 8 seconds. We got the bear hug squat. Bear hug squat. Here we go. Go. Again, if you're sitting down or something, you're going to touch and pop right back up. Touch, pop right back up. I want all of the weight in the butt and the heels. Drive upward through those heels. Again, keep those shoulders back. This weight is going to want to take you forward. Don't let that weight take those shoulders down. Halfway. Five seconds. Time. Cardio time. 25. Full extension, remember, full extension. 40 seconds to rest. We got the anti-rotational hold coming up. Again, if you weren't feeling that stretch or you weren't feeling that tension in your core enough last time, step away, move further away. This is one of those awesome exercises where you're able to keep your spine neutral and not worry about crunching or compromising your spine, and also really focus on a lot of time under tension with those ab muscles. So really get that good tension for you, however far away you need to be. Okay, go. I moved out about a good another step and a half for me. Remember, staying nice and tall with this. Arms should be straight and about shoulder height. Don't want them too down and don't want them too high. Make sure you're also not leaning in at the hip. Really keep your hips stacked, body and torso nice and tall and straight. Switch. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 2, 1, time. Cardio, 25 jumping jack presses overhead. "45 seconds to rest." We're halfway, people, halfway. End of round 2, moving on to round 3. How are we doing? Anyone got complaints at all? I got a half thumbs up from Lexi. Eden, how you doing? Good. Max, how are we doing? Thomas, doing all right? Solid. Let's keep it up. Keep that same level of intensity. 5 more seconds. Here we go. Nope. Contralateral, walking, dumbbell lunge. Again, focus on that slow downward and upward movement. There's always a way to make every exercise more challenging if you want to. So on this one, you can give yourself a 3-second count on the way down and up if you want. And switch legs. Ten seconds. Turkish get up is next. Let's get ready for it. Time. Again, if you're doing all one side for each round, you should be back to the beginning. If you're not, you're switching hands halfway through. Just keep going. We're really focused on, again, on keeping those movements on this Turkish get up separate, okay? We don't want to have them blend into each other. So try to focus on at least holding each movement for 2 seconds before you move to the next one. So again, if you're doing 5 movements for this, it should be from your back to your elbow as a sit-up. From your elbow to your hand, full sit-up. From your hand to your bridge, okay? So your glute bridge, where your hands are gonna be like this, essentially. From that bridge to a knee, knee to standing, okay? And everything you do to stand up, you just do it in reverse to go back to the floor. So you really gotta make sure when you're going down, Eden, I think I saw you last time, you forgot the glute bridge on the way down. So remember, you gotta do that too. So the same thing you do to get up, you gotta do the same thing back down. 2 seconds on each movement. Make sure, again, they are distinct and they're separate. Here we go. If you need to do this without a weight, that's completely fine. You don't need weight for this, trust me. I've got a 3-pound weight in my hand right now, and I can definitely feel all movements of this. So weight just kind of helps make it a little bit harder, but you don't need it if you're not doing it correctly. 5 seconds. And time. How did those go? A little better for everybody? Good? Awesome, yeah. Romeric, how are you doing?
Just real quick on that.
Yeah.
Whenever we're moving the weight, let's not move the weight to the side or forward.
Exactly.
If the weight, your body's moving, but the weight's still stays in one.
Exactly, yes. And so that's exactly what he said is what we want to focus on. So like I said before, keeping your shoulder packed. Make sure that your shoulder's packed, meaning that you want to have a lot of tension on your shoulder girdle, your shoulder joint, to make sure it doesn't go forwards or backwards as we are moving our bodies. Okay? Yes, thank you for that. 30 seconds. Again, if you didn't have a chance to do cardio, you can do some. Otherwise, we're going to go right into our bear hug squat. 20 seconds. And that Turkish get up is a really tough exercise, guys. I get it. Especially, it's really hard for us to kind of show you this and teach you this virtually and not be there with your hands on, which is why I want to have your video on. So I appreciate you guys doing that for us. But we're trying to throw some new dynamic stuff at you to make it a little more challenging. So, bear hug squat. Here we go. Shoulders back. Power through those heels. On this one, try to give yourself a goal. So if you got 15 last time, try to get one more this time. Twenty seconds. Five seconds. Time. Cardio time. Let's keep it up. We're burning tons of calories right now. I think my Apple Watch told me I'm already at 380. $25 of them. Remember to make sure those hands go straight up over your head. Make sure those hands go straight up over your head, not out in front. Straight on top of your head. $30 seconds to rest. About to start our last round, people. Last round.
Wait, JT, we didn't do our band one.
Oh yeah, shoot. Thank you. Way to be honest. You're so honest, Lexi. If I had any gold stickers, I'd give you a gold sticker. Go. Straight arm with this. Again, if you're not feeling it, take a step away. You should already be at least 5 feet away from it anyways.
Make sure your closest knee to the bend is up. Your closest knee to the bend is up.
Yes. So your inside knee should be up. So whatever side the band is coming from, there you go, Max. Good. Thank you. Now, whatever side that band is coming from, that leg should be up. Time. I will do some extra credit work for almost trying to get to round 4 early. Keep us honest, Lexi. Thank you. $40 seconds to rest. Then around to round 4. Let's keep cranking through. Keep going. On that home stretch, let's really focus on all 4 of these exercises. Again, if you haven't felt the challenge yet, my apologies. I can make it harder next time on Monday. But if you just want a little extra challenge for this last round, again, try to hold each exercise a little longer. 3-second counts. Here we go. Walking lunges. Again, 3-second count, down and up if you want that extra challenge. Five seconds for the switch. And switch.
So special happened every time I'm the greatest. Something like I'll be in this prime, but won't be down.
15 seconds, people. Challenge yourself if you're not. It's your last group workout for the week. Let's make sure it's worthwhile. Time. Turkish get up is next. I'm gonna rest so I can take everything I got left in my tank here to work on this get up.
If it wasn't for rain, you wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain. It gotta be easy, cause life is hard. It'll be physically, mentally, emotionally scarred. This is for my
35 seconds.
I don't see only God can judge me, cause I see things clear. Cookies, so get my black. Got 100 years, I'm like, oh, they good fella. You can call me the down. Like, remember my knees for in my palm. Slim, switch, died on me.
Yeah, point that camera down a little bit. Eden for us. Thank you. 10 seconds. Remember, like Romeric said, keep that hand and arm straight as we go up with this. Don't let that arm go down or go backwards. Go.
My name is don't be satisfied. Don't put a hands on me. The fit didn't know much. But I got a kite from the bins and told me something like that. I ain't gonna spell it out for you all the time. And you a good. You can't read between the lines. In the Bible,
one way to keep your arms straight. Your eyes on the dumbbell the entire time.
What's that?
Your eyes on the entire time.
Yeah, I have to turn my What were you saying? Sorry.
I was saying one way to do it is keep your eyes on the dumbbell the entire time. That would help you to keep your dumbbell balanced throughout the entire motion.
Yeah, that's definitely helpful. And time. Yeah, that's a good tip. Cardio if you want to. "35 seconds to rest. Going into the bear hug squat. "15 seconds. Here we go. Go. halfway. Try to get that deep squat going. As you're going down again, shoulders back, Lex. There you go, it's better. Good work, Max. That's good, Thomas. Keep it up. 10 seconds. 3 seconds. Time. Anti-rotational hold is the last one. Like we said, make sure that your inside leg is up on this. Inside leg should be up. I'm pushing 420 calories right now. It's a good workout. Thirty seconds. Seconds. Go. Seconds for the switch. Switch. Try to lock out those elbows. There we go. Five seconds. Time. Cardio. Don't forget those 25 jumping jack presses. All right, good stuff. So, as you guys are taking a few seconds to rest here, please do so. Get something to drink. All that. I will explain our finisher for today. Those of us that are new to the call, our finisher. So sometimes when we do a finisher, it may be just a range of motion finisher. So like on Monday, Merrick had us doing some stretches as our finisher, working on mobility, which is always obviously important as athletes. So sometimes we'll do that. Sometimes we'll do just straight up ab stuff. Today, it's a lot of times what I like doing is like a full body exercise to kind of finish. And the whole goal of it is to, again, keep our metabolism up. So our metabolic rate, if you're not familiar with how that works, especially when you do stuff like this at the end of your workout, it really helps to keep your metabolic rate at a higher level than what it would be had you not. And so the goal of that is you're gonna be burning calories well into the rest of your day and not just, it's like going for a run. If you, those of you guys like to run, we go for a run, as soon as we get done, half hour, maybe hour later at most, our heart rate comes right back down to resting and we're back to normal. Where stuff like this, where we're able to do cardio with weights involved, because we're adding the extra weight and the extra stress, all of our muscles are working as well as our cardiovascular system. So two different systems are working together, which means our body has to work harder, which means it's gonna take longer for it to come back to our resting heart rate, okay? So that's why I like doing this stuff at the end of the workout, because we can be burning calories 4 hours later still, because we're just sitting there watching TV. Okay? So today's metabolic finisher is going to be much like what we did last week on, I believe I did Wednesday, Monday, where we're going to do it in teams, except this time. So it's going to be I go, you go, but we're going to do I go, you go dumbbell thruster. So you need both your dumbbells for this. Let me turn off my timer. So dumbbell thruster is going to be essentially a quarter or maybe a third squat into an overhead press. So it's simply one movement with two movements essentially blended into one. So you're going to go down. Let me tilt this up a little bit so you guys can see. Excuse me. Okay. All right, that looks good. Okay, so we're going to start with the weights on top of the shoulders, front loaded like so. And we're going to go down to about a quarter squat. So again, this is my quarter squat here. So it's not all the way down, not halfway. So somewhere around here where you feel some tension in your glutes and your hamstrings. And then we can go up and explode up. Okay, full extension. So boom, boom. As we go down, weights come down. As we go up, weights go up. Just like Romeric's doing there, yep. So again, as we go down, weights come down. As we go up, we're going to thrust ourselves up, having our weight, just like we were doing a squat, in our butt and our heels. Okay? So how this is going to look is what I'm going to do. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to use, Lexi, can I use your sister for this? Is she there still?
Yep, you can use her.
Okay, does she have dumbbells of her own?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we need an even number of teams, so I can sit out this one. All right, so we're going to have, I'm going to split up the basketball ladies. So Eden, I'm going to have you go with Max.
Yeah.
Lexi, I'm going to have you do this with your sister because it's easy enough because you're there. And then Romeric and Thomas will be partners. Okay? So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this even easier. I'm going to do odd and even. So Eden, Max, and Thomas, you guys will be a team. Romeric, Lexi, and your sister will be a team. So 2 teams. We'll have Romeric and the sisters be odd team. You guys are odd. And everyone else is even. Okay? So here's how this is going to go. We're going to go from 1 to 5 and 5 back down to 1. So we're going to so essentially when one team is going, the other team is going to be, like we did last week, is going to be holding their squat. Okay? So if I'm the team that's waiting, I'm going to be waiting like this. I'm not down all the way in a full squat position because that's going to be too hard with all the weight here. But I'm going to be here in my quarter squat position with my weights out in front, waiting until it's my team's turn. So it's team versus team. Okay? So when it's team A right now or team even, which is again Eden, Max, and Thomas, you guys are going to do individually 1. Each person has to do 1. And then as soon as they get done, team 2 does their 1. And then once team 2 does their 1, team 1 goes to 2, back and forth like that. Does that make sense? So essentially, as a team, you guys are all doing your reps. So again, real quick, team even or team 1 is going to do 1 each. And then as soon as they get done, all of them get done. Team 2 does their 1, and then back to team 1 for their 2. Team 2 does 2. Team 1 does 3. So they go all the way to 5. And then take a little bit of a quick second rest, and then come back down to 1. Yeah, does that make sense for everybody?
Wait,
we're gonna snake it.
Team odd. So team odd, are we doing it together, or are we taking turns like?
Yes.
Lexi does 1.
Yeah, good question.
So Lexi does 1, that's 1, and I do 1, or are we doing 1 together?
Everyone does 1 together. So essentially, it's a team where. Team 1, Eden, Max, and Thomas, all 3 of them are going to do 1 at the same time. And then as soon as they get done with their 1 rep, then Lexi and her sister and you do 1 rep. And then as soon as you guys get done with your 1 rep each person, then team 1 goes back to do 2 reps each person. And then team 2 does 2 reps each person. And then team 1 does 3 reps each person, and so on and so forth, until we get up to 5. So each person is doing their own reps, but each person on every team is doing their own individual reps as a team. So let's say that we get to 4, and it takes Max a little bit longer to do his 4, and Eden gets done before him. We have to wait till Max gets done for your team to get going. Does that make sense for everybody?
Got it.
Thomas, you got it? Does that make sense for you? Yep, good. Yep. All right, so team 1, you're on the clock. So this is, again, it's at your guys' pace. So as a team, you guys are going to do this together. So we need to pick someone to lead the team and say, ready, set, go, or whatever you want to do. So that way everyone knows that we're doing them, and then we're done. Okay? Same thing on team 2. So you're doing this at your pace, but essentially when your team's not going, you are holding your squat until it's your team's turn to go. Go ahead.
Wait, you said team 1 goes first, so wouldn't that be odd?
Lexi, 1, 2, 2.
So everyone should be holding. Yeah, so everyone should be holding.
Okay, restart.
This works easier if each team has someone, a leader, to say, all right, we go. We've got 2. All right, now we've got 3, because otherwise it's hard to look at the screen while you're doing an exercise. So I would say, I'm going to pick Eden. You're the captain for your team. Romeric, I'm going to pick you. You're the captain for your team. Okay, so you guys need your sound on for this, so that way your teams can hear you. All right, so when it's your team's turn, you say, team 1, go. We've got 2. Romeric, team 2, go. We've got 3. All right?
I'm going to say,
does that make sense?
I'm going to say team odd. I'm going to say team odd. I like being odd with you guys. So.
Team odd. Team odd, okay? Does that make sense? All right?
We're going first.
Team 1 is going. So that's Eden, Max, and Thomas are team 1. So Eden, when you're ready, you're going to tell your team, all right, team 1, ready. We've got 1, or whatever you want to say, and then you go ahead and make it work. And then as soon as they get done, Romeric, you say team 2 or team odd, we're up, let's go, okay? All right? Back and forth, just like, so everyone should be holding a squat right now. And then again, the only difference is when your team has to go, then that's when you just start moving.
Okay, team 1, go. Done?
Odd squat, go.
Odd squat.
Done. Odd go.
I want to see a little bit of a squat hold. I want to see tension in those quads, hamstrings.
Okay, go.
Remember, we're going from 1 to 5, 5 back down to 1.
3, odd squat.
Okay, go.
Odd squat, go.
I love that. The odd squad.
Okay, go.
What are we on here, Eden? Are we on 3 or 4?
This is
4.
5.
5.
5? You guys are liars.
Odd squat, go.
Back down to 4.
4.
Make sure, again, we're holding that squat. Don't cheat on me, Lexi, sister. I'm watching you.
Odd squat, go.
Okay, go.
Max, I can't even see you, buddy. Where you at?
Odd squat, go.
Okay, go. Done.
Odd squat.
Okay, go.
Odd squat.
We made it.
That's it. Nice job, people. That was fun. Hopefully you guys had a little bit of fun with that. I like to, again, end with something like that. Well, again, a dumbbell thruster is a great exercise to really, again, keep that metabolic rate up. We worked on shoulders a lot today. I'm not going to keep you here any longer because it's already way past time. I didn't realize it was already 11. But make sure you do your stretches. So those of you guys that should have access to your vault, go in there and make sure you do your stretches, your cool down stuff for the day. Okay? So if you have a foam roller, please use that and touch on your low back, hamstrings, and your shoulder. Your rear delts are going to be probably tight today with that, all the Turkish get up stuff we did. Okay? Romeric, you got anything you want to add quick?
I'm just curious, Max, what sport do you play?
We can't hear you, Max.
Look at that.
Wow, what is that? Are you in the studio right now?
Hear me now, or?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, a little better. Are you MC such and such? What's your DJ name, bro? Max is one of ours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Max is one of those. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start calling you DJ such and such now. All right, guys. I won't keep any longer. Eden, thank you for joining us for the first time. Hopefully you had fun. Lexi, as always, thank you for coming. Thomas, thank you as well. Looks like you got better weather there than we do here, so I don't know where you are, but I want to be there right now.
Thank you, guys.
You bet.
Bye.
You bet. Take care, guys.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.